168 million boys and girls in the world are the child labor, over half in hazard work. The child labor refers to the employment of children or in any work that deprive children of their childhood interface with their ability to attend regular school, and this is mentally, physically, socially, or morally dangerous and harmful. This practice is considered exploitative by many international organizations. During the Industrial Revolution, children as young as 4 were employed in production factories with dangerous and often fatal working conditions. In the early 20th century, thousands of boys were employed in the glass-making industry. Glass-making was a dangerous and tough job, especially without the current technology. The process of making glass included intense heat with the melt glass at 3133 Fahrenheit. In 1910, over 2 million children in the same age group were employed in the United States. This includes children who rolled cigarettes and engaged in factories work, also were employed in canneries. International Labour Organization sign poverty is the greatest sign case behind child labor. For poor family household, the incomes from child work is usually crucial for his or her own survival or for that of the household incomes from working child, even if small, maybe between 25 to 40% of household income. In Europe history, when the child labor was common, as well as in contemporary child labor of modern world, certain culture belief have rationalized child labor and thereby engage it. Some views that work is good for the character building and the skill development of children, and also in some culture, the education of girls is less valued or girls are simply not expected to need formal schooling, and these girls are pushed into the child labor, such as provide domestic service. Microeconomic causes encourage widespread child labor across the world of the most human history. The cause for the child labor include both the demand and the supply side, while poverty and unavailability of good school explain the child labor supply side. The growth of low-paying informal economy rather than higher-paying formal economy is among the causes of the demand side.
The State of the United Arab Emirates to pay attention to the child and to overcome all the difficulties that prevent the upbringing, qualify an individual to be valid in the community, and reflects the rights of the Child Protection Act, which will be called Wudima Law. In 2003, the government of UAE created the Wudima Law. The name comes from a child named Wudima, who suffered an abuse from her stepmother, which forced her to do a hard job in the home from morning until late night and prevent Wudima to complete her school. And also, she was beaten by stepmother until she died early age of 9 years at Dubai in 2002. School represents the most important means of drawing children away from the labor market. Studies have correlated low enrollment with increased rates of child employment. School provides children with guidance and the opportunity to understand their role in society. Therefore, many insist on immediately abolishing child labor in developing countries and requiring children to go to school. For example, in Brazil, child labor is a major issue in Brazil. Hundreds of thousands of children work and don't attend school. The government found some solutions that have helped them from child labor. First solution, they give the parents a financial incentive. Parents whose children go to school will given $25 under the condition that the child attend school 90% of the time. Second solution, they offer children many activities after school so that they would stay in the school instead of leaving it and working. Third solution, they offered 3 meals to the children in the school every day to motivate them to come to school. The result of all that was the percentage of child labor in Brazil decreased from 75% to 40%. The problem with child labor is that vicious cycle. It's never ending. Why? For example, you have a poor family. This poor family needs their child to work to earn income. So, the child enters the labor cycle. They don't get an education. When they get old, they work low-wage jobs and they stay poor. Also, girls get married early, give birth early, and their children also have to enter the cycle because their parents are poor. The cycle goes on and on, generation after generation, until someone breaks this cycle. By educating these children, they bring them out of labor. When children are educated, the cycle is broken. I choose this issue because I thought that it would be something that people don't usually talk about. I want to think outside the box. One thing that made me interested was that it was different than the other student choice. The document tells us that the children in the world work in hazardous sites. Children do glass making, which can harm your body. The children work because they need the money for eating and supplies. Sometimes they have no choice. Children as young as 5 years old look for cans and gather them. Action is needed because if it stays like the way it is with children getting breathing problem and skin problem, the death rate will go higher. Organizations need to start fundraisers to give the children medical treatment, education, food, water, and shelter. I have learned that I should have feeling for the children, even if I cannot do anything, but I try to convince people to care about them. Some actions that me, my friend, and my classmate could do are start fundraisers.